Sawadee-Kap Manusi, that's hello humans in Thai. It's day 4 of exploring every corner of Thailand on this teeny tiny little motorbike that still doesn't have a name, so at this point I think I'm just going to call it No Name. On it, myself and Henri have completed 450 kilometers so far. We're currently in the great city of Chiang Rai. I'm literally sat in the hostel car park, and I expect today will be the longest riding day so far. The place that I'm staying tonight is actually south from here, but we're going to begin by going north, which I'll explain in a bit. But first, let's go get some breakfast. Yep, I came back to the golden clock thingy for breakfast. Smelled like they had some amazing food around here. Also, Thai posters are the funniest. Look at all these, looking so cool. And then right next to the tower. That is old and new mixed into one if I ever saw it. Right, food. I don't know what I've just ordered. I only realised now that this section that I ordered, it's actually all of that other stuff. Pan-fried egg with sausage, Chinese sausage, ground pork, imitation crab stick and toast. I don't know if I'm going to get all of it or just one bit of it, but I'm getting it from that cool little yellow truck thing. I like that thing. Oh wow, covered in cat. Oh wow. Well, whatever this is, £1 for the most random breakfast in the world. I'll take it. So, let me tell you my foolproof plan. Wow, they're loud. Let me tell you my foolproof plan for the day. A foolproof plan that even I cannot get wrong. Thing 1, after completing the bucket list item yesterday, today is the next milestone. In fact, it's the first major milestone. I am going to the northern tip of Thailand. I am going to tick off my first corner of the trip, and it's only day 4. And then thing 2, I'm going to suggest if you're a drug addict or a drug dealer, you don't watch this section. And for those of you familiar with the geography of this region, you'll know why. I'm going to the Golden Triangle, and I'll explain what that is later on, although I'm sure some of you are already very familiar. I intend to take my What 3 Words photo there, but in case I fail with that, I got one with the clock tower as well. Thing 3, up near the Golden Triangle, there's also a bunch of museums to drugs. So I'm going to go to something called the House of Opium. Not sure what to expect from that. And then finally, thing 4, I have a long drive south. I might almost double the kilometers that I've done so far. There's a good chance of that. Anyway, let's munch up the rest of this breakfast and get going.
There would also be some unplanned things that I would find today. But before then...
Well, first thing I need to do is stop for gas again. It's not that I'm using loads, it's just that it's a very small tank. And I'm still yet to work out exactly how many kilometers I can do on each tank.
And as ever on the bike, it was the little things keeping me motivated.
One benefit that I've found of driving all the way north to then come back south that same day is that I've been able to leave my big bag at the hostel. I'll pick that up when I head all the way south later on, but for most of the day while I'm filming, I just have my day bag. And my shoulders were in so much pain last night, I couldn't really lift my arms above my shoulders, if that makes any kind of sense. So it's safe to say I'm very happy right now, and my shoulders are even happier.
My shoulders were feeling so relaxed and pampered that I decided to make a quick detour.
Okay, so this is not the northernmost point of Thailand, but I've allowed myself a stop at this place for a very good reason. This is the Tham Long Cave, and some of you might recognize it.
It's a cave that had little significance
up until 5.5 years ago.
Tonight, rescue teams in Thailand are working around the clock, scrambling to free a youth soccer team from the flooded cave. They've been trapped in for more than a week.
How many of you?
And these are the boys actually being brought out along the cave system.
The rescue involved 100 divers, 700 diving cylinders, thousands of volunteers, and Elon Musk's Twitter account.
And they've left it free for people to explore, and some of the items from the rescue are still here for you to see. Their bikes are here, some of the generators and the water pump, there's scuba gear there, a Leicester City shirt. I'm from Leicester, so that's really fascinating to see that all the way out here it was what they'd have been wearing. They were trapped almost 3 kilometers away from where we are now. So that the boys wouldn't panic as they were being evacuated underwater, they were actually sedated and put into a little stretcher like this, and then they were navigated through the passages by the divers. Dang, dude.
It's rare to see the artifacts from such a recent event.
They've really paid tribute to the rescue that happened here. There's an operation exhibition hall for it, and we are being guided to that by these piggos. Okay, piggos, I'll go where you tell me.
And then before leaving, I took a moment at the monument to a rescue diver who died during the operation to rescue the boys.
Well, I'm going to hit the road again. This time I will make it to the north, but I might get a little bit distracted by the scenery on the way. It's pretty spectacular around here.
It turned out that trees on a hill were the least of my distractions, because I'd stumbled across the Burmese border town. Before I got arrested by Border Patrol for filming too much, I decided to move on. And before long,
I made it! The northernmost point of Thailand. Just gonna put you down for a minute, Henri. You ever seen the videos of the people who go and visit the North Pole, and the climax point where they reach the North Pole is just the boat trying to find the right coordinates, moving left a bit and right a bit, and then when it happens it's like, hey, now what? Yeah, I kind of feel like that right now. I mean, there is a river over there, that's Burma. There's a man through there. I've seen barbed wire here and further back along the road. But that's about all that signifies that I am the most northerly person in Thailand at this very moment. It is very anticlimactic. But what is cool is the town that's further along where the border is. Actually on Google Maps, that is marked as the northernmost point. That's a lie. But that town just feels so full of energy and loads of people on the street. Now that's worth a visit.
but instead of that, I got back on the road, pointing my bike in the direction of the drugs. I followed my nose all the way to
the Hall of Opium. For those of you that don't know, opium is the primary ingredient in morphine and heroin. So this here is essentially a big museum or exhibit or something for drugs. I mean, specifically heroin. The reason that it's here and the reason I've come to this area is because this whole area is known as the Golden Triangle. So the name Golden Triangle comes from some American colonel bloke who said it back in a press conference in the 1970s or something. It refers to an area covering Burma, Laos, and a little bit of Thailand that was the world's main source of the poppy seeds that make heroin. That's no longer the case. In fact, all the countries went on drastic opium growing, poppy seed growing, reductioning measures. Although Burma's rates have recently increased, and they've recently overtaken Afghanistan to once again become the largest producer of opium in the world. Let's go for a quick explore of this place. Actually, the way ends this way.
entering through the creepiest tunnel I have ever seen.
Where the hell am I?
I expected to emerge on the set of Breaking Bad, but instead it was a huge exhibit. And between the elephants and mice carved out of fake bushes, there was actually a lot to see.
Look at that.
There was all sorts of paraphernalia, a freakishly real model of a man who was basically a vintage drug dealer, and lots of information explaining how it was once again the British that f***ed up another part of the world. But given that the exhibit shared a building with Thailand's anti-narcotics division, the aim wasn't to bash the British, but instead to gently discourage the use of smack. And that could be seen with mugshots, extremely unflattering models of drug addicts, and at the exit, motivational quotes.
I think their message here is clear.
After which I headed back to the car park feeling no more inclined to snort heroin than I did before.
Okay, I've just come out of what I was worried would be a drug den. It turns out to have been a very educationally focused exhibit. It was very interesting and I spent a long time here. But as interesting as drugs and heroin may be, that's not the main reason that I came to the Golden Triangle. I don't know why I was doing a circle there. In fact, the main reason that I came here is because the geographical location of this spot is where three countries, Laos, Burma and Thailand, all come together. And from what I understand, the view just down the road is pretty incredible. So I'm gonna go do that.
Genius solution cometh out again. Oh, genius. Well then, here you have it, the golden triangle. Frankly, it's the green triangle, and many would say that's better. I'm in Thailand. That there on the left side of the river is Burma, and that on the right is Laos. And then what's amazing about Laos is they're building an entire city over there, it seems like. I'm absolutely staggered by that. It all looks like it's being built brand new right now. And just down below, of course, there's a big old Buddha statue, and I think I'm gonna go check it out down there as well. And here we have ourselves one big Buddha. It's pretty cool. That's a big boy. Although not as big as one I'm seeing in a day or two. Hold that thought.
I also found some elephant statues with freakishly real eyes. I may have also found a gong.
Should I do it? Won't be louder than that.
And I found another spot to take my What 3 Words photo for the day.
Now, honestly, this would be the perfect location to fly my drone. Such incredible scenery right by two cities. However, we're very close to two borders in the heart of somewhat existent drug trade. I don't know what the implications of flying a drone are. And it's a Saturday. I'm not going to cause an international incident on a Saturday. These Buddha monk statues just look so happy. Look at this guy. Happy and fat. Okay, the day is pressing on. It's now 2:30. If I weren't to stop, I wouldn't get to my overnight halt until 7 o'clock tonight, according to Google Maps. But I still need to eat, I still need to get food, still need to get my bag from Chiang Rai. So I'm definitely gonna be arriving in the dark later. I will see these two countries, Burma, Laos, in a couple of weeks with the other east and west points that I have to get. I got a long way to go. I should really get going. I'm already going to be arriving after dark.
With only a short ride back to Chiang Rai, it was for once something other than the biking that was driving me insane.
I'm so hungry. I'm Mr. Hungry. I want some food for my tummy. I am so hungry.
So to spare your ears and my blushes, I found food in Chiang Rai as quickly as possible.
Well, that was a long afternoon. No Name and Henri are outside, and I got myself some duck and rice. It's been a good day so far. Checked off the northern tip. That's a big one, big victory. And the town I'm staying in tonight is called Song. How great a name is that, Song. And the next door state is called Nan. For you Americans watching, to us, Nan is grandma. We also say grandma. I don't really know the difference. But Google Maps is saying, okay, only 192 kilometers, 3 hours to get there, which is less than I recall it being, so that's good news. Right now, I'm about to destroy this duck and rice and then probably order some noodles and duck. You can tell it's been a long day already. Okay, well, I've got my big bag from the hostel. Let's hit the road. There's a kid behind me with a rubber duck on his bike. This is fuel stop number 2 of the day, number 4 of the trip. Hey, look at this thing. I love stuff like that. Proper local. The sun has gone down. It is time to switch to the nighttime glasses. I feel like these things make me look like an architect. I'm gonna design you a building. Let's go and build something!
I've just realised I did the last 10 kilometres in third gear, not fourth. That can't be very good for the engine.
My tiredness was now starting to show in how weird I was getting.
On my way in the jungle, the mighty jungle. I want to sleep tonight. Just get me there.
I decided it best to pull over for some refreshments.
Gotta get some H2O from my favourite local store. Now you belong in the pouch of geniusness.
Unfortunately, this pit stop did nothing to subdue my bizarre tired brain. I made one final stop for gas.
Oh well. Okay, cotton cat.
And then, after riding in the pitch black for a mere 50 kilometers, I arrived in Song.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Beds in this country are harder than I remembered.
That drive was long. It's crazy that for the majority of that ride, I was riding on Thailand's Highway 1. What's crazy about that road is those local people living their normal lives just the side of that road, like the main road. Imagine the M1 in the UK having a farmer's market by the side with bikes parking and pulling out. I think it'd liven things up, to be honest. We should maybe do that back home. So, here's the situation with the old gas. I didn't empty the tank. I did 135 kilometers on 2.66 liters, which in King's English, gotta remember that now, that is the miles per gallon. 142 miles per gallon. That's insane. I'll take that. Anyway, that is me for the night. Well, got to spend an hour or so transferring all the footage from yesterday and today onto my laptop, and then I can go and get some food. But nothing's really open, so it's going to be terrible, unhealthy, snacky 7-Eleven-y food. But we love 7-Eleven, the local store. Okay, I'm going to end it here. Still a terrible way to end it.